Huntmaster of the Fells, 3 Olivia Voldaren, 4 Thragtusk as his creatures. A random smattering of removal, not really random obviously, but just quality spells like Pillar of Flames, Mizium Mortars, Sever the Bloodline, that's 4/2/2 on those numbers, and then a couple Garriks, along with some Rakdos Key Runes.
Ooh, the Key Rune. Adam Prosak also playing the Key Rune, only one in his deck. His creature base, Lawleth Troll, Veilborn Ghoul, Olivia Voldaren, Thragtusk. Now, if you're not familiar with the Veilborn Ghoul, he's the 4/1 from M13, where when a swamp comes into play, you get to bring him back to your hand.
Yep.
Now, Adam Prosak is kind of playing almost like a combo-ish deck. Combos with Lawleth Troll, combos with Faithless Looting, combos with Liliana of the Veil, Grizzly Salvage. He's pretty much built almost like a Dredgeless Dredge deck.
Yes.
Really centered around the graveyard, and again, he has the removal that Lauren does too. He has Severs, he has Pillars, Liliana's Golgari Charms. I think it's going to be a pretty good match.
I think so too. I think Adam has a slightly better suite of removal in that his Severs, he has a 3rd one, are pretty good, and Lauren's only has 2, and his Mizium Mortars are far weaker considering his opponent has a lot of unkillable creatures.
Right.
We just got a note from the floor that Adam is in fact mulliganing to 5 right now against Lauren.
Yep, and Lauren is keeping his 7.
Yep.
So when you look at this matchup, I mean, on the surface, Adam Prosak should have a huge advantage because he has a great long game. He has the Lilianas, he has the Grizzlies, and the Lootings. But at the same time, Nolen has a lot of beefy creatures.
Yeah, he has an additional Olivia on Adam, which is a pretty big deal, as both players have quickly discovered that most of the field did not come prepared to beat Olivia Voldaren.
No.
They all wish they were just playing more of her.
Yeah. Every time Olivia hits the battlefield, it's just she takes over.
She does. An interesting note about Olivia is that as Legends go, it's not so bad to run a bunch of her because if she lives, they're probably dead and you don't really need the extra cards.
Yeah, exactly. And if they kill her, you have another one. So here we go. Adam Prosak won the roll. Or no, Nolen won the roll.
I'm not sure actually. I think Adam may have led the Evolving Wilds.
Oh, okay. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Using EOT.
So it looks like Adam's on the play with his Mold of 5, not really where he wants to be. Amusingly, this matchup actually seems like one where I could see considering choosing to be on the draw. It's very attrition-y. So
yeah,
you're really just trying to survive and make your land drops. Adam misses his 2nd land drop.
Wow, and Nolen's hand looks
coming out strong with a Farseek. We're attacking.
That gets blood crit.
Yeah. Lauren's deck uses Farseek to fix its mana, and it uses it very well. In the deck text I did with Lauren and Adam, we discussed how these shocklands have really changed how you can afford to build your decks now.
Oh,
especially with Farseek.
It seems like people's mana, though, this weekend still not the greatest.
Sure. It's going to take a while, plus the pros to just, teach us how to do it.
Exactly.
Garruk Relentless against Forest is a pretty good position.
Yeah, Nolen gotta like his position. Adam Prosak, is that a land? No, it just says go again. Wow, next turn he gets to discard, though. Maybe he can discard a flashback spell.
Maybe.
Really get some value there out of the discard phase.
Be still, my beating heart.
Yeah. So Nolen pretty much has this one locked up. His hand is amazing. He has 2 removal spells, 2 Huntmasters, 2 Olivia Voldarens, and an active Garruk Relentless. So Adam Prosak just milking the camera time right now.
Yep. Well, this is going to be find a land or die next turn, basically.
Yep.
As with no spell, Huntmaster of the Fells, it's going to be a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah. And here we go. What is it? And it's the scoop of the 1 permanent. Nolen outplaying Adam Prosak there.
Yep. Real fierce.
He earned it. He earned that
1 permanent is a lot easier to scoop.
That's true.
It goes way faster.
Hard to make mistakes when you only have 1 forest. So Adam, I'm not sure if he'll think to draw, but if anyone would, it's him. That's for sure. Adam always thinks outside the box. Always has kind of a weird deck for a tournament.
I'm not sure if it's correct. Like, it seems like something I would entertain. The primary issue I see with it is that Lauren has Farseeks and Adam doesn't. So Lauren can already get a little ahead on tempo, and if he's on the play and has a Farseek, he can get even farther ahead.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, while Adam is, I hate the word, but I'm going to say it, while he's dirtling around with Grizzly Salvages and stuff like that, Lauren can be casting 4 power of creatures, so we'll see what he chooses to do. I bet he'll choose to play.
I think that's the conventional choice, and I think it's safe to go with convention, generally speaking.
So Adam Prosak, if you were watching the deck tech earlier, you saw his sideboard, but if not, I'll run it down for you. He has a lot of 2-ofs. He has 2 Mutilates, 2 Duresses, Slaughter Games, Curse of Death's Hold, Deathrite Shaman, Huntmaster of the Fells, and the rest is just 1-ofs, Olivia Voldaren, Golgari Charm, Rakdos' Return. So he'll definitely side in the Return. He'll, let's see, Duress, I can see him bringing in the duress, but it wouldn't be that great. Probably will leave that one in the board. Certainly he'll bring in Deathrite Shaman. He'll bring in his last Olivia. He might bring in the Huntmaster. But really just sort of, I don't know, he doesn't have that much to take out, actually.
No. Yeah, it's going to be tough. In this matchup, his Pillar of Flames are live if his opponent's keeping in, like, Strangorgeist, I guess to some extent Huntmaster of the Fells, although even that's a little loose. His Golgari Charms are among the worst cards, I suppose. The Regenerate effect is really not that useful, considering all Lauren has that, well, he needs to regenerate through is basically Mizium Mortars, and I suppose Pillar of Flame, but I don't think... I think it's easier for Adam to just not play his creatures in such a way that they'll ever die to a Pillar of Flame.
Right, I imagine he'll be taking the Golgari Charms out, some number of Pillar of Flames, and that'll probably be it. He'll probably hedge and keep in at least a couple pillars.
I could see Mutilate being kind of reasonable. I don't think I would want both. I might just want one, though. It's a nice answer to Wolfware Avenger. You can occasionally kill an Olivia or a Huntmaster, or maybe both. You know?
Right, and it also triggers off Blood Crypt and Overgrown Tomb, you have to remember, too. So really, Mutilate went from an unplayable card for many, many years to pretty decent now that the Shocklands are back. Now, as far as Lauren Nolen goes, he has in his sideboard Cremates, Liliana of the Veils, Appetite for Brains, Golgari Charms, Knights of Infamy, and some one-ofs too, an Underworld Connections, Mizium Mortars, Rakdos' Return. So both these players are going to sideboard pretty similarly. Board in the cards that are a little bigger, can go a little later in the game, you know, that aren't only good the first few turns. So definitely won't see the Knights or the Charms. We might see the Appetite for Brains, although it doesn't have that many great targets. Adam can still get value off almost anything that gets Appetited, except for the Thragtusk and the Olivia. But those cards might be so important that he has to have them. Now, we'll definitely see Cremate. Cremate will be an all-star. Liliana of the Veil is great for fighting against Adam's Lilianas, but at the same time, discarding is not really what he wants to be doing, because Adam can just make so much better use of that +1.
Sure.
So I imagine we'll see Cremates, Appetites, Underworld Connections, Rakdos' Return. Probably not the Lilianas.
You know, I actually think I probably would bring in the Lilianas, mostly because just an Edict is pretty reasonable against Adam's deck, actually. Lotleth Troll and Olivia are both cards that are pretty easy to just catch on their own. And if you have a Liliana in play, you keep Adam from getting his own in play and engineering you with it.
That's true, too.
So just playing it as like
a
Tribute to Hunger / Oblivion Ring is not that bad.
Yeah, that's true, too. Lauren, though, has kind of the same problem as Adam. He doesn't have a lot of cards to take out.
Yeah.
Deadweight's Pillars are pretty easy, although even Pillar can RFG the Lotleth Troll, it can RFG the Veilborn Ghoul, which can be important, although
I feel like
it's going to go into play.
Yeah, I feel like Adam can pretty easily hold his Lotleth Troll until such a time as it can evade Pillar successfully.
Right.
And in the case of Veilborn Ghoul, Adam can definitely just wait until he's way ahead before he starts trying to grind Lauren out. And at that point, even tossing a couple Pillars is not going to do it. One of the strengths of Liliana is that it makes trying to hold cards to solve a future problem pretty much impossible, because you just have to discard the top card of your deck every turn while you hold on to the card that's not even good yet.
That's true, too. And, Lauren, he knows he's not playing against some random person in round 1 of this tournament. He's playing against Adam Prosak. Adam is not just going to run his Veilborn Ghoul out there to get Pillars, so you're probably right about that. Probably take out the Pillars.
He may go ahead and pitch it to get cremated, though.
Ooh, yeah. That'll work.
That'll do the trick nicely, as they say.
Cards that usually not see that much playing constructed. Cremate, Veilborn Ghoul. What we played here.
From the floor, we hear that Brad Nelson just took game 1 against Justin Haas, playing for top 8. Well, playing to play for top 8, I should say. Turn 2, Deathrite Shaman for Adam Prosak.
That guy's going to do a lot of work, although it looks like Lauren has a Mizium Mortars in hand.
Yeah, he does have a Mizium Mortars. I'm not sure if he wants to burn it here, though. He may be more interested in saving that for a future Olivia.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think Adam Prosak gaining 4 life and dealing him 2 will really be that big of a deal in this matchup. I just want the card advantage.
The only real risks are it can just kill that Strangorgeist if the Strangorgeist should die to combat, and also an Evolving Wilds could wind up doing some shenanigans.
Yep. So Liliana from Adam Prosak, and he'll immediately discard 1. And there's that Veilborn Ghoul.
Yep. Man, the synergy, the power.
I think my favorite tweet on the weekend, I don't know who it's from, but it said, Veilborn Ghoul is doing God's work.
I saw that one. I did see that one.
Probably MVP tweet so far. So Deathrite Shaman pecks in for 1, 19 to 18. And we'll see what Nolen has for turn 3. Doesn't look like a heck of a lot.
No, does not. I imagine he's just going to pass here. He can cremate and look for another Stranglergeist, but I would have done that before combat, probably.
Yeah, that doesn't seem great. I think he wants to save the cremate for something a little more important than a Veilborn Ghoul. Probably something like, I don't know, Sever the Bloodline. He may think that that's more important in this matchup. Kind of does seem strange, though. It is a great time to use it.
Yeah, well, considering we have a hand filled with 4-drops and no 5th land, right? I don't think I see a 5th land.
Right. I don't think he has one.
Yeah, so we don't even have a guarantee that we'll be able to access the cremate anytime soon.
Yeah, I like a pre-combat cremate there. We'll see if his top card is Geist, though.
I love it when it is. It makes me feel really smart.
Right.
But
and Rakdos Keyrune go. Rakdos Keyrune, not a swamp.
no. He is going to go ahead and...
Coming in for
Is
one.
he getting for one?
He is.
Interesting.
Oh. Okay,
Cremate.
so end of turn cremate.
Well, it was a Rootbound Crag.
Not a Geist. And, you know,
I feel like if we were going to make that cremate, though, shouldn't we have cremated probably first?
maybe Nolen didn't want, or perhaps Nolen wanted Adam to play a different land, to maybe trick him to playing a different land, but that seems marginal.
Yeah, I agree that you don't gain a lot of value there. It's not like Adam's going to, not play the swamp if he was going to play the swamp anyway. He just doesn't have a land.
Right. So there's the Olivia.
And note that the Stranglergeist came at Liliana's turn to keep it from being able to kill Olivia should Adam have a removal spell alongside the activation of Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah. And now Liliana just doing her best bottomless pit impersonation. Not doing much else this game.
Something interesting there. No.
So Mortars to the graveyard.
Rakdos' return.
Ooh, wow. Clear your hand. So Nolen now has his board. No hand. Playing off the top.
He's in a pretty good position, though.
This board's kind of good, though.
Yeah.
It's not like Veilborn Ghoul does anything against an Olivia. So kill the Shaman and come in. That's 7 damage. Liliana down, and Adam Prosak down to 13.
Now, Adam can seize it with a Sever, as I was
Right
about
off
to
the
say,
top.
right off the top. And now Adam still not ahead, but not as behind.
Right.
Certainly not actually behind, whereas before he was definitely actively in trouble.
And Nolen with a Wolfear in hand.
Yep, that's good news for Lauren.
Adam Prosak, though, does have that Rakdos Keyrune, which has first strike, so...
The issue is he needs cards.
Yeah. Faithless Looting doesn't help much with that. Helps you filter, but...
Looks like it found... Nope. I thought that Grizzly Salvage was a land. It's not. There's the land.
That's
okay.
a swamp.
Yep. Well, now we're... I guess that's in business.
Yeah.
As business goes.
Yeah. As much business as Adam Prosak can muster, I don't know how he got so many wins with these Veilborn Ghouls. So there's the Wolfear. He'll have to hold both those creatures back, though.
Will he? I think you can jam here okay, right?
He could crash in, deal 3 damage.
You crash in, you deal 3 damage, and upgrade your Stranglergeist, or, lose nothing.
That's true,
So,
too.
I think the attack's fine. Yep, upgrade.
Down to 8 goes Adam Prosak. And Nolen has a land.
Lauren is 1 land away from being able to flashback that Sever he was forced to discard.
Yeah.
It's really not what Adam wants to see happen. Sever's not especially potent, but when you're both top decking, just getting an extra spell, basically, huge deal.
Any spell. And that's why Adam loves his game going long, because he has all these flashback cards, Faithless Lootings and Severs, whereas Lauren only has the Severs. And yep, it will get flashback. He's hoping to hit a red source to activate the Keyrune. We'll see if he hits it. Yep, there it is.
That'll save him 1 life.
Definitely relevant. Oh, wow.
Might save him a little more. That's interesting.
Yeah, so now it's...
The other option there was to hold the Keyrune and try to go Liliana with Keyrune up to protect next turn. But look, that would not have paid.
Wow. So Adam Prosak on 1 life here.
Yep.
Lauren Nolen does not care about that Liliana. He says, discard all you want. Oh, man, and Adam Prosak again with the rip here.
Magic's a really hard game.
It is. It is. Sometimes you just have to draw the
tough.
perfect card or you're dead.
And land is the perfect card
Wow.
for Lauren Nolen. He's going to exile that Olivia.
What a game. Just
Wow.
Rip after rip after rip.
Yep.
Lauren Nolen, though, with the last word.
Each player is certainly highly amused over
Yep.
the skill-intensive play of the last 4 turns.
Card off the top, card off the top, card off the top. So Adam Prosak knocked out of top 8 contention. Lauren Nolen stays in, although he will certainly have to play last round. His breakers are the worst. 51%, second from the bottom out of
22?
22?
Sorry, 21.